Let's do
You
it.
are watching a master at work.
Yeah.
What is up, my little babies? Welcome to another episode of Hip Hop with Lou. On today's episode, oh my God, I need you back, but not this way. On my wave, how are you?
I'm doing so good.
Did I sound like you when I did that?
You sounded better than me. Better.
I just, I don't even know where to start with you. Like, my first question is like, where the hell do you get all that soul from?
I couldn't really tell you. I mean, my parents definitely listen to a lot of R&B music, but also a lot of country music. I just kind of been singing forever, but I've always gravitated toward R&B, hip hop music, stuff like that.
So where did it start for you? When you hit your first note, he's like, I could do this.
I mean, I couldn't tell you because I don't remember, but there's definitely videos of me like singing like my grandma's wedding. I was like 3 years old, singing like Garth Brooks, and that was like a thing, you know. And then I just been singing forever. I sang in church when I was little.
Y'all different kids. Like people come in, y'all just start so young.
But I feel like if you just know you got it, you got it. You know what I mean? It's like
That is
I
true.
wasn't,
So
but there are a lot of artists that try to, that are like not like haven't done it forever, but they're trying to make it happen now. But
Right. So did you take any vocal training? Or you
never,
just
no,
kinda-
nothing.
that's just-
Just sang in church, and that's pretty much it.
So when was who's the first person I ever heard you sing? I mean, for those of you guys who don't know, obviously,
I mean,
he's an artist / producer. We're gonna talk
that I
about
am.
both.
Yes, absolutely.
We're gonna talk about both, but right now
For
we're
sure.
talking about the singing.
All right.
Hit that first note.
I mean, I couldn't really tell you. I've definitely been singing before I could probably remember. So probably like my parents, my grandma, probably.
And they was like, wow. Did you, like, when you heard yourself sing, like, the question is, like, did you sound good to yourself?
For sure. I would say definitely. I
That's
kind of.
how I feel when I sing to myself,
For sure, that's how you should feel. Anybody singing should feel like they got the juice.
right?
It's the only way you're gonna sound good.
Right? So, like, can they hear, like, a little bit of the soul? Like,
Just a little bit.
just,
Okay,
I mean,
we'll sing your favorite song. I want you back, but not this way. Call you, confess, though you might escape, baby. Say, I want you back, but not this way. Call you, confess, so you might escape, baby.
Woo! Oh my God, won't he
Yeah,
do
thank
it?
you, thank you.
You did just drop your in between projects.
I did.
Phases EP though. I can't let that go.
Great
Like,
EP, great EP.
wow.
I feel like it had a different vibe because half the songs were produced by Rico from Sodi.
Okay.
So I feel like when we get together, him and I just
So did you do all the production on your recent project?
not all of it. I produced 2 songs. Some of them was by King Vay. I had a producer on there also named Some Dude. He's from out here as well.
Oh, that's so cool. His name is Some Dude.
It really
That
is.
so cool.
You'd be like, who produced a song? Some Dude.
Dude, that is so
I've had
cool.
somebody be like, okay, but what's his name though?
Some Dude.
Like Some Dude.
That just make you want to go record him. Just
Facts.
very
You
good.
got to look that up.
That's actually so cool. Okay,
It
so
is.
when you're putting a project together, what is the process like for you? You got to like duck off for a minute, not get influenced by outside sounds. Like,
I feel like I wouldn't agree with that because I listen to like a lot of trap music and stuff like that. That doesn't really come through in my music, but I'm not like listening to like current hip hop really or current R&B really.
right.
Stuff like that I'm not really diving into. So I just listen to kind of what I listen to, live my life
And then you go into
for sure.
Your
I'll try to start writing first before I look for beats, do anything like that. I'll usually do some writing first, try to get an idea, a direction of where I'm trying to go. So I'm not just like in the studio recording a bunch of random songs, trying to like piece it
time.
together at the
Yeah.
end of it, you know what I mean?
So you don't like, so singers don't punch in, right, y'all?
I punch
Probably-
in for sure.
Oh, okay. So how does that work as a singer? Is it still the same process? Like,
Definitely. I feel like Lean and Low was the one to show me how to punch in. I used to watch him in the studio like line by line by line by line, and like don't really write anymore because of that. I'm usually in there punching into like a typical rapper would be.
so you like a freestyle singer now?
Exactly.
That's so tight. Wayne would be so proud of you.
Facts.
So like, what are some like do's and don'ts in the studio for you?
Do's and don'ts. Don't hold my blunt forever if I don't know you, especially.
Ooh.
And then don't drink my liquor if I don't offer to you first, especially if I don't know you. If it's the homie, obviously that's different.
But just they come in, grab the bottle.
I'm like, I don't even know you. I had somebody actually steal a pair of my sunglasses out of my homie's studio, and then I saw them in the studio a couple months later wearing my sunglasses,
Oh.
and the
whoever you
homies
are.
pressed them for it, and
And he took them off. Nigga,
he
take
took
your
them off and
fucking
handed them right back to me. I
glasses off.
was like, bro, what the hell?
The
So
nerve.
there's a lot of don'ts.
So do you have like private studio sessions most of the time, or do you prefer like?
I like
private
people
sessions?
pulling up typically.
So you
I'll be
like
like,
it?
I'll have the homies pull up, have it be like a party kind of environment, you know,
Oh,
but
so
like
so
with
you
the
are
homies.
good like that.
Oh, definitely. I enjoy that.
That's
But
so
also the
dope.
private kind of studio sessions, they're good when I'm trying to like really clean up some songs. If I got like some pieces to fix or something like that. But if I'm just trying to do the punch in, like catch a
What if
vibe.
it's like a super emotional song, like ooh, my heart.
My
really
homies are
hurts.
still in there rolling up some woods
That's
and
some
smoking
courage.
and
I feel like I would just have to be me.
No, but I am. That is me.
Guy
You
behind
know.
the board.
So.
Okay, so who were some of your musical influences growing up? Like, who did you listen to?
Okay, like my favorite singer ever, Brian McKnight. I've been able to see him like 3 times live.
Whoa.
My dad took me when I was a really young kid, and last Father's Day I took my dad to go see Brian McKnight.
How was it?
It was so good. Both times so fantastic.
Wow.
And I also really like Boyz II Men. I got to meet them when I was younger.
Mm.
Drew Hill was like my favorite for a really long time.
Come on, with Drew Hill is so.
Joe was really good too.
Come on, Joe. Ooh,
So good, so
I
good.
just saw him right in that pool water in that
Get
video.
out.
Wow. So that's where it comes from.
For sure, definitely. It's the kind of
Like-
stuff I was really listening to when I was younger.
And you was just like, yep. How did your family feel when they heard your music?
My dad definitely listened to like a lot of R&B and hip hop. Like he was listening to like 2 Live Crew and like he was listening to all that kind of stuff. Like LL Cool J was one of his favorites and stuff like that.
2 Live Crew? Oh,
Mhm.
your daddy was.
Oh yeah, my dad was playing like all that shit in the car.
Dang, I always wanted to grow up in that time. I would have definitely been a Luke girl.
My mom, get out at Freaknik for sure.
Freaknik going crazy. Okay, so you do music, but you also do production. So
I do.
How did you get into the production?
So
side?
I started making beats because I couldn't really find any beats that I wanted to get on because I was trying to do something different. It wasn't like the typical YouTube beat, you know what I mean? So probably around maybe like 2017 or so, I started making beats. And also too, Lean and Low was like, I need some beats. You know what I mean? He couldn't find nothing he liked either.
Did you like doing music more than the production side? Oh, you
Oh, you good? I'm just grabbing my water. You straight?
Is it harder holding the mic and you can't hit your backwood at the same time?
Ah, you good?
That's probably gonna be a problem for a lot of you guys, huh?
Mhm.
Just light
Facts.
it and then boom,
All right, for sure. We in the game.
and then I'll just like sing in the meantime.
Perfect.
And I will always love you. That is a big ass backwood. Holy shit! Like how many grams is up in there?
It's probably 2.5 maybe.
Just a light too. Do you ever get too high and you can't like sing in the studio?
Not at all. That shit been cool. Fortunately.
So you could work really good high.
Yeah, definitely. Smoking the backwood. I smoke joints sometimes. My girl definitely be smoking the joints. She's
How is it being an artist and being in a relationship?
She is crazy. I feel like you gotta have somebody that's like super supportive. Fortunately, that's
And
exactly what I have. She more the supportive than you guys even know. So
Yeah.
that's like having somebody in your corner that's down for it, believes in it. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing. Because if you have somebody that's next
Shout
to you
out.
every single
Shout
day
out.
and they don't believe in you, it's not the person you should be with.
Shout out to that. Oh my.
Shout out Pastelita, man, a great woman.
Man.
Definitely kept me on
And
the
she
right.
be cooking for you too and everything.
And baking
Shout
for
out her
me.
business real
She
quick.
do it all. Shout out Pastelita's Cakes, man. My
Good
girl
boy.
has a custom cake business. She's been able to kind of like be a creative in her own way, aside from like music and stuff like that, and kind of find her own path and have her own job and be able to do what she wants. So
That's
I
so
respect that
dope.
a lot too.
Do y'all have like a lot of sex to your music?
Not to my music. Like I feel like we don't really have sex to music. I would say.
Oh, okay.
Like
But
I
if
feel
you
like
did-
people need the music because like they don't feel romantic or like they're trying to set a mood. Like we are the mood. I feel like.
Talk about it then.
Mhm,
Okay.
that's-
It's like hey, we don't need no music, but
That's gonna
if
be
you
after
did,
the camera
would you
off.
play yourself?
No, probably not. That seems corny to me.
Do you listen to your own music?
Sometimes.
What do you mean? How is that corny? Can we talk about it? Like you don't like listening to your own music?
No, I'm saying like having sex to my own music is corny for sure. But listening to my own music, of course.
Do you
I
like
mean,
bump yourself like more than anybody else?
no, definitely not.
Why? Do you get tired of hearing yourself?
Definitely. Or also too, it's like I want to try to make something different, listening to my old music and stuff that's already out. You know what I mean? I listen to I listen to a lot of my unreleased music. So, you know, I'll try to like listen to that stuff a lot, try to get an idea of what I'm trying to do in that sense.
Do you have a lot of unreleased music?
I got a lot.
Why?
Because
It's just you just never stop. I'm just asking. I just want
Yeah,
to.
no. I just got like a lot of stuff in the tuck, you know. I got a lot of stuff to drop this year. I got a joint project with FL Nino. I got a production project with Lean and Low. And then
Oh,
I got
okay.
some shit
And-
with Taylor Weeds
Okay,
too.
okay.
got
Let's
some
talk
shit.
about it. Okay, so how did you and Lean and Low come together? Like, cause you guys are very close.
We are. It's like my brother. We've been on the east side forever. You know,
East
we
side,
went to high school
east side,
together.
east side.
East side.
How was it growing up on the East Side?
It was fantastic. It was
What
great.
was your life like growing up
I mean,
on the East Side?
I was just kind of like hanging out with my homies, doing my thing, you know,
Lean and Low.
out in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Who are some of your favorite Vegas artists to work with?
Definitely Lean and Low. East Godselli also. His
out to
Guapo too. His brother Rico. We need Rico. I'm telling you, Rico could be like one of the best R&B artists out here if he really did that thing.
When you're making a beat, how do you know which artist to give it to, or do you, build the beat around the artist?
Not usually that. Typically, like I'll make like some beats that I know will sound good for like him or him. Like I'll send some beats out to Weez or I'll send some out to like another artist. And I'm like, if you fuck with it, just let me know. And then if you get on it, I can tell the other homies because I don't really be like selling beats too much. I just be making
you
beats
just give it off the love.
No, not that. I mean, I don't have like a beat store. I'm not out here like trying to sell beats, but like I'm making beats for the homies, and like they're taking care of me too.
That's dope. So how long have you been making beats?
Since like 2017.
Damn. Yeah. Oh, and you did what was that beat competition you did?
Oh
Online?
Yeah, it was on live. Yeah, so we all put some money up, and then we got to do that. Was with Fetish Beats, actually, great producer out here too. And
shout out to you, Fetish Beats.
Shout out Fetish. And
you won.
I did. We all put the money up. My homie put some money up too. My boy R3D. He lives in Houston now, but he's been doing a lot of stuff here in Vegas still. Called Tap In Tuesday. So he was like, let's do like a beat battle kind of thing. And yeah, it was great. We did like 3 or 4 rounds. And
that was your first like beat competition?
Yeah, definitely.
You want to do more?
Definitely.
Do you ever make a beat so good and you're like, ooh, I'm going to keep this for myself?
Usually the beats I make that I'm like, ooh, are like some hard trap beats. So like that's not really for me. I feel like it's harder for me to like dive in to make some of my beats for like myself.
Oh, really? Isn't that frustrating? Because like, dang, I
definitely frustrating for sure. Frustrating for sure.
You guys, and then here I am. Okay, so how do you feel about the Vegas music scene now? Do you feel like you're one of the artists that you're gaining more exposure? Or do you
I would say for sure. I would say definitely gaining some more exposure. Fortunately, to like platforms like you and Code 7 and people like that, you know, giving us a platform, you know, like Do Wrong, playing my music. He's definitely been holding it down, playing my music a lot out there at shows and stuff like that. And that's how you get a good, you know, local following, I feel like, is they're hearing it out and about and they enjoyed it. They're like, what is this?
Let's talk about it. So how do you plan on, like, what are some ways you plan on building your fan base or that you are building your fan base?
Definitely needed more music videos. I would say that's the most important part. Get my face out there. I'm not usually one, even this feels kind of like.
That's all right. And that's why you're here.
For sure.
You know what?
Breaking down the walls and trying to be more comfortable being in front of a camera because that's important, obviously.
Oh, so you don't like being in front of the camera?
Not usually. I wanted to be, at first I wanted Onmywayve to kind of be more like an idea. Like me being in front of the camera for a music video, doing like a performance shot, it seems weird to me.
You know what's crazy? When I first heard your music, I didn't know what you looked like.
And that's what I want kind of people to feel like. Because I don't want people to judge me off of what I look like. You know, like I did a show that you were hosting one time, and the whole time I sang, somebody just yelled John B the whole time.
How does that feel?
That's just annoying as hell. I'm not trying to do that. I'm my own person, first off. And like, not all us white boys are John B. I don't even like John B music. Really? He got the one song.
I mean, I ain't gonna.
He got the one song.
Right.
What else do you want? You know.
You're right. Okay, so how do you deal with that though? Like, I feel like you come into a lot of rooms. Like I've seen you perform in places, and they're like, "What is he gonna do?" For sure. A lot of people that don't know me. Shut that shit down.
For sure.
Does
a lot
that
of people
feel good? Like you like.
It definitely does. And I had to kind of get more comfortable with myself to make that happen. But yeah, it's been great. I feel like the live performances lately have been fantastic. You know, Mikey put me on a show last October. We're supposed to have one soon too. So yeah.
Shout out to the Live Fest. Oh,
shout out.
Live Fest.
Yeah, you heard it here first, for real. Sometime soon, you know, sometime soon. Crazy lineup too. So.
Who are some artists that you haven't worked with that you would just love to work with? And it doesn't just have to be Vegas. I mean, like anywhere.
I would love to do a song with Tinashe, a song with like SZA, something like that would be fantastic.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
You and SZA will go.
Would be crazy, right? Crazy. I'd love to sing some hooks for like Isaiah Rashad, something like that. Even like some West Coast stuff, because I got some like West Coasty type hooks. Like my Can't Replace It, I would feel like could have had like a bigger West Coast type of artist on it. So you know, like try to dive into more on that side.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna make it happen.
Definitely.
We're gonna speak it into existence.
For sure, that's what we're here for.
Right here, right now. So since you're camera shy, do you ever get shy like when it's time to perform?
Perform, yes. I feel like I'm most comfortable in the booth when nobody's in there with me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you like everybody at the studio. You are so
but I'm in the booth by myself though.
That's true. The door is locked.
They don't see me in there, you know. So it's like my own zone.
That is very true. That is true. So, and you sing just like your songs live.
Thank you. I appreciate that. A lot of people have said that, and it's the biggest. That's the biggest compliment someone could ever give me, because I go to a lot of shows where you see the artists, performers, singers, rappers, where they have like the background track, or they're just like lip syncing, not even really rapping, or they're saying like every other word, and you know.
And they don't sound nothing like the song, and you like, why are you ruining?
But also, it's like
this?
really auto tune heavy. If we went to shows that had the auto tune mic, like more on a professional type of vibe, it would sound a lot better.
True.
You know, that would let them be more comfortable, I feel like.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily use a lot of the tune.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm like trying to not be auto tune heavy.
Yeah, don't do auto. Your voice is so beautiful.
For sure. Thank you. And
I feel like auto tune sometimes it kind of like brings a disconnect between the artists, because I guess I'm a voice person.
For sure.
I can't get attached to your voice because you're hiding behind so much auto tune.
Definitely.
I feel like I'm listening to like a robot. Like,
for sure.
I don't know who you are.
No, that's facts.
Voice. So that's what I realized about myself.
For sure.
You sound like me live. You know, this is what I just wanted
as
to
good as possible. Then.
You know, and I just also I think I forgot. I've been slacking on giving my love out because I think I just give out so much love. But like, I appreciate you always supporting me. You know.
Oh, likewise.
You're such a genuine supporter. Like, You rock with me.
You've been the exact same. You know, we haven't known each other super long, but you've shown nothing but love, and I gotta reciprocate the same.
That's what it's all about.
For
so,
sure.
you're doing a show,
I am.
The Underground.
The underground.
April
Yes.
2nd.
The underground.
We can't really like tell people where it is.
I can tell you, I'm gonna shut that shit down
I'm so excited to see you.
for sure. Anybody that buys a ticket too, I'm doing cover songs. So if anybody buys a ticket, I will do a cover song of whatever song they want. I've gotten some interesting ones so far. Some that I'm definitely comfortable with.
What are some okay? So what are some cover songs you would love to do? Like who are some covers you would do?
Oh, that's a crazy
Can
question.
you do Jagged Edge?
Yeah, I will do Jagged Edge for you. I will. We could definitely do some Jagged Edge. But I would like to do like some Drew Hill would be crazy. Like 5 steps, something shit like that. In my bed. It's a
My
great
sister
song.
would cry if you sang Drew Hill. That's like her favorite.
It's my
Gianna.
it's like so good. Shout out Gianna. She a real one if she likes Drew Hill.
I'm gonna try to make that happen.
Facts. Some Usher shit too. I always like Nice and Slow is my go-to karaoke song every time. My dad's had
You
me
have to
like
pick between Usher and Chris Brown.
Usher for sure. For sure. But also like
Don't
the
say for
90s.
sure like
No,
Chris
for-
Brown not up there like that.
I'm not saying he's not, but Chris Brown's like a better entertainer. But if I'm just trying to like listen to some singing, I'm trying to listen to Usher.
Chris Brown could sing too.
He definitely can. I'm not trying to knock that. But also super auto-tune heavy. He has songs where he's hiding behind his voice all the time. Usher's not really doing that too much. Unless it's like the oh my god kind of song. I feel like
What's your favorite Usher album?
Usher album, I feel like My Way is so fucking good. But also Confessions is like
Yeah, that's
Confessions is pristine. Every single song on that album is good. Like you can't question that. Every single song. Even the skits are good and everything. Like it's undeniably perfect for that time and for like that style. R&B in general. It's just
facts. How do you keep up with the content, or how do you stay on top of yourself with content?
I've been fortunate because my boy Tyler, Hoofdetic, he's been going crazy with the camera. So I've been able to just to kind of hit him up and be like, I'm doing this. I'm like, no matter what it is, he's been pulling up with the camera and just helping
Dude,
me
he's
do
one
all
of the
that kind of stuff.
craziest with the
He's
cameras.
going
How did you and
crazy.
Tyler link up? Did you go
I've known him forever. I've known Tyler
best
since he
friend.
was in middle school, and I was like maybe 8th grade freshman in high school. Just grew up together on the east side, and we've just been like best friends forever.
That's crazy. What is like what did you used to love doing on the east side? For the
Um,
people that don't know about the east side,
yeah,
like
we would just be hooping,
Just
like
hooping?
freaking go to like get like some ice cream, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Hit up
Who's your
the
favorite
elote man. East, that's like the
you
east
know
side
they
staple.
upgraded to like the go karts out there. Like
I
they
seen
got
them.
cars.
I seen them like full on pedaling.
Like no, I saw one
Oh,
like
like
in
a
a
golf cart.
cart.
Yeah, no, they
yeah.
did have a golf cart
I'm
converted.
like, yo, east
They're
side.
smart though. Smart. They got to get it how they live.
I wish I would have thought of that. Like
Facts. People would love that.
I need to.
Then
set
you're
up
mobile.
on
You can
corner.
bring that shit anywhere. Put on a trailer. You know what I'm saying? Pull up on the other side of town or whatever.
You gotta love the east side. Do you
For
feel
sure.
like what is one thing about Las Vegas? Well, let me rephrase this. I feel like the east side of Las Vegas is very underrated
Super.
in the music scene. So
Very.
what is something that you feel the east side brings to the music scene that people don't realize?
I feel like we have a lot of diversity. I would say we have R&B singers, we have trap rappers, we have that people if you want to hear like the real hip hop,
Literally all sound.
everything. Great producers. I feel like there's other places, other parts of town where it's more kind of like a similar sound no matter who you're listening to.
Exactly.
And it works for somebody, but I feel like on the east side it's just there's a lot of different people over there.
And you hit it right on the head. Who are some of your favorite artists from the east side?
I mean, East Godselly definitely one of my favorite. Taylor Weeze for sure.
Ooh,
Shout out Guapo too.
Guapo,
Leaning Low as well.
Leaning Low.
From the east side, that's pretty much the people I be fucking with.
And I love y'all because y'all really pop out for each other. Like when
We
the
really
east
do.
side, you put any east side performer on a show, y'all come out and y'all support.
For sure, we have to.
So
I think it's because we know that we got something going. So it's like we
Mm.
got to be. If we're not supporting it now, we're gonna look stupid in a couple years. Whenever you didn't want to show up when there was 20, 30 people here, and now it's here we
Now
are,
we
and now
sold
you
out.
look stupid.
Can I get a ticket?
Right? Don't be
No.
surprised, and then don't be surprised when we don't support you when it wasn't happening.
Facts.
When it wasn't popping.
Facts. So, is it hard for you to support other artists?
I would say not because I'm an R&B singer. I feel like it's not really like a beef thing like that. I feel like when it comes
Right.
to like rappers, it's like I'm not gonna show love to the next rapper. Like
Like you never fear like somebody like he gonna sing me on the note.
never. But
That's
I don't really
beautiful.
like fuck with any other R&B singers out here except for like Perrier.
I need
He's showed
like
a lot of love.
you, Perrier, Vario, and Cyreek on a song.
That would be fire.
Actually,
I've heard
like,
Cyreek's name a lot too, but I never heard his music.
I'm going to put y'all. I don't know how.
Make it
Y'all gonna
happen.
hear it
I'm
first.
easy to get with. I'm ready to go to the studio. You know, I'm. You let me know.
Man. So who are some other singers out here? Do you know a lot of other singers out here?
Not really. I mean, I have my homegirl Angelica. She's a singer, but she has like a Janae Aiko type
Oh, I
of
think you
vibe.
sent me her.
I probably did actually. She's a great singer too. But like really, I'm really cool with like all the rappers. I feel like Taylor Weeze like be on his singing shit.
Oh yeah, Weez. Oh yeah, you and Weez definitely create like some special vibes together.
For sure. We got some
What
shit
is
too
what
in the
is
tug.
that like the chemistry between you and Weez in the studio? I gotta see that.
It's great. I mean, we just kind of like pull up. We both kind of record with Kenichi, so it kind of makes sense on that side. We use the same engineer usually.
Shout out to Kenichi.
Shout out Nietzsche. He's been turning that shit up for real.
Man, he just sit there, no emotions, just going crazy.
Bro,
you
he's
never
like
know what
he's like
thinking.
the craziest robot you ever seen, making it
No
happen.
facts, and he's so cool,
He is such a nice guy.
so rich.
He's like such a
always dressed nice.
facts, and he's like really a genuine person. Like he pulled up to like my birthday party, pulled to like my girl's birthday party at the house type
Oh,
shit.
that's dope. And you guys did like the throwback 2000s.
Exactly,
that?
such a great party. That
I'm
was
sad
like
I missed
everybody.
it.
No, I know. I'm sorry. It won't be the last one because everybody keeps asking when the next one is.
So were you like big on the 2000s music?
Big time.
Some of your
I remember
favorites?
being at like my 8th grade dance and listening to like You and That Booty and like I'm Sprung. That was like my 8th grade dance music.
Wait, shout out to T-Pain, man.
One of
I
the
ain't
goats.
crazy about the tune, but T-Pain.
No,
was
one of the
on that
goats. I'm Sprung is one of my favorite songs forever.
Man, I
Great
think my
song.
favorite T-Pain song is Studio. Nope. It's I'm in love with a stripper.
It's a good song. Also, classic song. Like how you make a classic song about being in love with a stripper. That's gonna get played everywhere and always.
And we singing it like
You know,
in high
I heard
school.
that song when I was in Nicaragua. They just had it playing in the bar.
For real.
For real.
That's-
Music
that's
video
how you
up and
know,
everything.
like,
That's real shit.
That's how you know.
It was
How
impressive.
far? Like, so what you trying to do with this music? How far are you trying to go? How
I'm
far
trying to
are
go
we taking
everywhere.
it?
I'm trying to go everywhere.
Talk to me.
Worldwide, for real. I feel like I
On
have the
tour.
voice to make that happen. Oh,
Yes, you
definitely.
do.
For sure. It's just me trying to like, release more music, try to make that happen.
Get comfortable in front of the camera.
That too, for sure. Very important.
Do those music videos.
Facts. Also very important.
Give us those R&B vibes.
For sure,
on
for
the
sure.
camera.
I'm trying to do some like visualizers too and stuff like that. Or I have an idea for like
Oh,
my
that's
like
so
my song
cool.
"Grown." I'm gonna do something where it's just like 2 women in the video. I'm not even gonna be in it.
Shout out to you. I think I got the big body band. Shout out on the baddest.
You definitely did.
That was dope, man.
You deserve it.
What are some of your favorite songs? Like your own songs.
Oh, some of my own favorite songs.
Yeah.
The Baddest is definitely one of my favorite ones because that one kind of was like not the typical type of song. I really like my song "Insane" as well. Like that was a
Yeah.
vibe too.
Oh yeah. And I like how you said this recent project, it was definitely a different vibe.
It for
You know
sure
what I'm
was.
saying? Like
For sure
and I
was.
like that you took that risk. So how do you get the courage to be like, you know what, I'm not just gonna stay in this bag right here.
I feel like it helps a lot when I'm around other artists that I see kind of stepping out of their comfort zone too. Doing something that they don't usually do. Like, why not give it a try?
Okay. Let's talk about the title, In Between. In Between what?
It's a love song. It's a love story. You know what I mean? It's about
Talk
being.
about, elaborate to the viewers.
Yeah, no,
Come
for
on.
sure. In Between is a story about a man and a woman that are kind of like stuck, not deciding what they want to do. Their life is kind of furthering, and they're not sure if they want to stay together or not. And what's best for them. And it's like
Yeah.
kind of like an amicable thing too, though. It's like they're trying to figure out what's best for them together.
And that's what I love about your music. So that's why I always try to make y'all explain stuff so they can really get the
No, for sure, I
visual, but,
appreciate
like,
it.
When you make love music, it is literally the perfect emotion of like two people who is like, I love you so much.
For sure. I appreciate
It's gonna
that.
break me to leave you.
For sure. And I made some other songs too, kind of like in like putting myself in like my homie shoes, like some of my other friends'
That's
relationships
dope.
and things like that.
So it's not always about
And some
you.
of my friends know that the songs are about their situation.
So
And-
when that work, do you have to like hit them like, hey bro,
I told them afterwards. I'm
You
not like
smart.
asking permission.
do they ever hit you like, bro, this about me?
I had one person do that.
How did that work? How did that happen?
They was like, "What's going on with this right here?" But it was cool. Somebody really close. You know what I mean? That's the only person I would write it
Were
about.
they upset?
Not at all. I feel like it gives them kind of an outlet too. I feel like music is so healing. Like,
It is.
imagine listening to a song made just about your situation.
And it's just like, it's crazy when y'all do that because it's like, did you know I'm going through this? Like, how are y'all going through this at the same time? It just,
For sure.
music just reminds you that like you're not the only one that's
sure.
going through something.
Facts. I was talking to somebody recently about that, and it's just like it makes people feel so together.
It does.
It really does.
So outside of music, what are some other things that you like to do? You said healing. What do you do to heal?
I work out. I play a lot of basketball.
That's good.
Um,
I gotta just
I
check
do
in on
yoga,
y'all.
meditate, things like that.
You do hot yoga?
No, that Bikram
Yeah,
yoga is
that
different.
shit
My
different.
girl did that.
Almost passed out. Never was the same.
She almost did pass out for real. I almost had to drag her out of there.
That can't be safe.
Definitely not. How you gonna do all this extenuous stuff and then also it's like 1,000 degrees in there?
Like, what?
No,
why do it need
no.
to be that hot?
It doesn't.
Like, we already in Las Vegas. I don't even understand why you would live in Vegas and go do hot yoga.
I know, and I work outside too, so it's just like
Man. Okay, so
couldn't
how
do
do you
that.
balance working and still chasing your dreams?
I own my own business, so I'm able to
Oh,
kind
so
of.
you boss on both. You all hiring?
No, we're sole proprietors.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry. Are you a plumber? You know how to do plumbing?
I could figure it out. I learn quick.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
I learn quick.
All right,
I
all right.
mean,
We can figure it out.
I get on YouTube. Give me a couple days
Right.
on
YouTube
I-
University. That's how I learned how to make
Hey.
beats. So
YouTube, really?
Oh, for sure.
How,
For sure.
So how long did it take you to learn how to make beats?
I feel like the first beat that I enjoyed was probably like a year and a half in, maybe.
That's dope. I just made my first beat like last week. It was not easy.
I know you're a producer now.
I wouldn't say all that. I just like to stick
I'm
more
saying
to
it.
like.
You should definitely keep doing it more. Imagine if it's like hip hop with Lou. You could have them come over here
I would
and then
love
like
you
freestyle on top of one of your beats or something like that.
You know what's crazy is I actually have this idea, but we're gonna talk about it off camera. So I want
Alright.
to start like doing my own like freestyles, but
Love that. Love that. And you should make the beats for it.
that would be so dope. I could keep.
That's
doing
the only way.
If I could just do everything myself. As an artist, is that your mindset? Like you try to learn how to do everything yourself, so you could one save money and then two.
I'm trying to figure out this Pro Tools right now because I'm just trying to be more proficient at home, so I can try to be. If I want to
Talk about
record
it.
some roughs at the house before I go, so I'm not like in the studio for 8 hours trying to figure it out, wasting all that money. You know, I want to be.
Yeah.
I want to be proficient when I get there and make it the most of my time.
Facts. How long does it take you usually to record a song?
If I'm in the zone and I'm doing like the punch in, I could get a song out in like an hour maybe.
Damn, that take me like 12 hours.
It's like that. But when you're not writing and not really thinking about it, just in there,
Oh.
I'm just in there vibing. You know what I mean? We're smoking,
get lost
drinking.
in
I'm
it.
just getting the beat. You know, I'm able to like hum along. I'm able to kind of get in front of the mic. You know, kind of like hum some melodies with no words. See what kind of sounds good.
Oh,
in the
you do that
headphones.
too.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And then kind of get an idea where
And
I'm
then
trying
y'all
to go.
just find the words all quick, like some fucking possessed shit. I'm like,
Us artists be going through some stuff, man. We got a lot of stuff up here.
and y'all just go like, so what is like a typical, like what is like 24 hours in the mind of On My Wave?
That's a crazy question.
If I just jumped in your mind right now,
Okay, so usually I wake up, I'm thinking this is a great day,
okay,
and then
That's
I'm in work mode for like 8 hours or so.
okay,
And then when I get off, I'm just focused on the music. Just, you know, go home, try to write something, try to make some beats, try to
Yeah.
figure something out on that side, and get to it the next day. I feel like
Factor.
I believe in it so much, and I
Mm.
know that it's gonna pay out in the end. So it's like if I don't do it now, I don't want to have any regrets either. I feel like if I don't push it hard now, I don't want to be 40 trying to become an R&B singer. You know, this is the time for sure.
game, man, y'all just walk right into the perfect answer.
I got you.
I like to ask questions like just so I could pull out the full, because I know they about to give y'all a message. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, for sure. Appreciate
okay,
it.
so you said you also like to do yoga. You like to meditate. Like,
Yes.
for people who don't meditate, what does that do for you?
I feel like it just
Who
kind of
don't
like
understand?
Yeah, no,
how
I
it-
get you. I feel like whenever you meditate, it's just like a little bit of a release. I feel like we're, especially nowadays with social media and work and life is so demanding.
Mm.
It's like you can find 10 or 15 minutes to just do nothing and let your brain kind of relax. Because
Yes.
even when you go to sleep, your brain's going crazy, dreams and all the extra. So it's like, when do you get to even relax your brain at all?
Facts. That is true. Because it never stops, man.
It never does. Life shit does not stop.
And being that you're a singer, do you just be like singing for no reason and people be like,
I sing
"Tell you
all the
shut up?"
time. All the time.
I
I
would
feel like
do that
my
if I
girl's
was in-
definitely been like, shut up. Because I just be singing everything all the time. I can't help it.
What's
and
your
Even like my mom's like, okay, we get it.
you can sing.
Remember
right?
one time we were out and about and some guy was like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm just humming, like chill out. But like he heard me enough to be
Oh,
like,
he thought you was on that stuff.
no, not that. Chill out.
No,
Get out, get out.
no, this way he doesn't do drugs. I'm just saying,
Of
you know,
course
he thought
not.
you were like tweaking out. You know
He
how
thought-
they
no,
see people.
no, he was just like, he thought I was just like trying to like yell or something. Or I don't know what he thought. But he was like,
Oh.
he definitely heard me out in public singing. And that's not the
Right.
first time by no means. I'll be in the Walgreens getting to it
Just saying.
all the time.
I would really do that too. Like,
I respect people that sing when they're not necessarily a good singer. You know, if you're
I
willing.
just feel like you took a shot at me right now.
No, anybody. I'm saying. I respect that a lot. No, you're a great singer.
Because
Lil.
right when I brought up my singing
No,
name, he said
okay,
I
see.
respect. No, I'm just
All right, next question.
You know what? That's crazy. We gonna do a song together, and you gonna be like,
I'm here for it. We can make the beat together. It'd be a whole
I
vibe.
don't know about the beat together.
Oh, come
Those
on.
Beats be like crazy. Like
And you can
it's
add
crazy
to
when
that.
I hear your beats though. I know you did it because it's like a
For sure.
vibe that's on there.
I appreciate
I can't
that.
really explain it, but I
And
know
I'm-
it's like Wave did that. And then they
Nah,
end
for
up
sure.
shouting you out.
They do.
know
A
what
lot
I'm
of people do
saying?
shout me out, and I feel
And
like it's
that's
because
love.
I'm not usually using a producer tag. I don't really use a producer tag too often, so I feel
So,
like
okay,
they
so-
usually bring it up in a song or something like that.
Do you
which-
feel like you don't want to?
I don't know. I'm torn. I feel like it's so like standard.
Still-
It's like so. Not even that. I feel like it's so like industry standard. Like every song you hear has a tag on it pretty much now. But also too, it's like a lot of these really hot producers don't have to put it on there. And plus, I rather
I
them
like the
like
way
the
you-
song and be like, who made this? Go look it up.
And then they give
can
you a
find
genuine
me.
shout out though in a bar.
For sure, which I
I
love
love
that.
how they do that. Like even the Mikey on my way freestyle.
Yeah. He made a whole song titled after me. That's how I knew it was like.
That
okay,
was so
that was crazy. I love that. And I
freaking
love that beat too. That beat was a vibe when I made it. I was in the zone for sure.
You literally go into like it's just weird, man. Your music is just like a different like dimension of a vibe and so like, did you like Justin Timberlake?
Oh,
That's probably
love
one.
Justin Timberlake.
'Cause it's just like,
Love,
you
love,
got
love.
that, like,
Robin Thicke too was like a huge influence.
big, like, man,
Both great artists put on for the white boys. You know.
man.
For
It's
real.
not even about the color though. It's just like, I don't know. When I hear you, I just get that feeling that I get when I listen to Justin Timberlake as well. It's
That's
just like,
It's a huge compliment because that's definitely one of my favorite artists. And I was able to see him live actually like 3 years ago.
dang. Ooh, he
That
went
shit
crazy.
was crazy. So good. Such a great performer. Like
Just like you.
Yeah, I know. But he be dancing and shit. I'm not about.
I could teach you how to dance.
Let's do it.
You really will dance and stuff? You don't need to though. Your voice is so powerful.
I know,
you
but I
could
still got to
literally
do do something. You know what I mean?
You could do like a
Or get the background dancers or get some backup dancers and all that.
Walk machine it up.
Right, for sure.
Just get the backup dancers, yeah. And
For
I'm
sure.
the backup singer.
Exactly.
I
See?
could be a dancer too.
We just go on tour together.
I'm ready. I'm ready for tour.
I know.
What would be like your things that you would do on tour? What's
I
the
feel like
perfect tour?
I've heard other homies that have been on tour talk about how they've went to a show or whatever. They had to be in the city and they were in the city for like 12 hours because they had a show like the next day. So I feel like I would like to do shows and try to be in the city for like 1 or 2 days, be able to actually like enjoy myself, not feel like so rushed. Obviously, if you have the
Facts.
demand though, where you have like 40 shows, that's not a bad thing. But you got to have a nice balance too. You're gonna get
facts.
burnt out because then the people at the last leg of that tour, they're not gonna get the best of you. You're gonna be tired.
So like vocally, how do you like rest? Like say when you get like it picks up, it's gonna go crazy.
Sure.
What are some things that singers have to do to like,
Definitely
Save that
try
money
not to
maker.
sing so much when I'm not trying to sing in the studio. Try to relax my voice in that sense.
oh,
So I'd be belting it out 24/7 just for fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to relax on that side. Probably chill with the backwoods. Go to a little more natural route. You know what I'm saying?
So do you feel like smoking affects your vocals sometimes?
Not in a negative way, but I feel like it's definitely made my voice sound different than it did before when I was younger.
It did. It did that to Dave East.
To Dave East, I believe
Mhm.
that.
His voice is different, but
But I would say it definitely attributed to that.
so do you switch it now? Like now you don't smoke backwoods, or what? What?
I'm definitely smoking wood still.
Where you go with that?
That's right. You try to hit it?
No,
Oh, so then we're good.
but I want you to still be comfortable.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm holding this, you know.
See, now I just feel like I should go to the other mics because you guys can't hit your wood.
Nah, you're good. The next
You
one, the
want-
next person. You're good.
I could sing again while you hit the wood.
All right, cool. Let's do it. It's Lou time.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
Why that? I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile.
Wow,
But why that song though?
dude, you could do like.
I'm trying to
Have you ever watched Grease? Oh my god, I would love.
love
for you to
Grease.
sing One of
I
my
love Grease.
favorite songs.
What song?
I
Summer
don't
Lovin'?
think-
Had me a blast. Had ass.
Ooh, Summer Lovin' would be freaky.
If I could find a girl artist out here to do it with me, that would be fantastic. Imagine doing that duet like that. There's actually
Oh.
another girl singer out here named Nydia, and she's a fantastic singer. She might be the one. You just connecting the
look
dots
at-
in my head right now.
Look at that. Y'all should definitely do that. That would be so freaking dope.
A super vibe.
Now, we've been hanging out. We've been talking about everything, the music and all that. What is just something so like, do you have any challenges that you're dealing with this year? Like mentally, like what?
I feel like the
Well,
biggest
how's
thing
this
is
year
just
going?
becoming more comfortable with myself is the biggest
Okay.
thing this year.
And how are you working on that?
Just trying to like put myself out there more, like we're doing here. You know what I'm saying? Like try to step out more. I'm trying to be more social in that sense. I feel like if it wasn't for music, I wouldn't be as social as I am right now in general. So it's definitely broken down a lot of barriers, but I know I got something hot and it's just, letting other people see it. And I feel like that's been the biggest struggle is getting my music in front of people.
And now,
We got platforms like this to make it happen.
who are some of your other favorite platforms?
Code 7's great and Fifth Element's really good too.
Shout out to the fish. Shout out to the code, man.
Shout out. I like Fifth Element because their shit looks like super official. Like if you didn't know who they were and you just stumbled upon their video on YouTube, it's
Yeah.
very professional. Plus they got like the people doing the freestyles and I love that.
Facts.
I love that.
The
Able to,
bar
like,
test,
I love it.
man.
Nino killed that shit too.
Nino went crazy.
He
Then
really did.
turned around and went to Overlooked Heroes. Oh, you did Overlooked Heroes too.
I did.
So what was that like working with Sean Bennett at Overlooked Heroes?
That was fantastic. Really as easy as could be. Really smooth. He had it all set up super nice when I got there. It was fantastic. And I feel like I got like a bunch of new followers. Probably like well over 200 new followers from that.
Did I mean you tapped into a whole nother field, like,
Which is great because a
I
lot of
always
those
get
people would
excited.
never hear my music if I didn't do something like that. So
Facts.
and I feel like it was economically made sense, you know what I'm saying? And it was a good platform for what it was.
Facts, man. So as far as like being an artist, how do you feel like media kind of can benefit or helps the music?
It's the most important thing. I always would say like It's a negative that a lot of the local radio stations out here aren't really like showing a lot of love to the local artists, because there's a lot out here. And like, I'm trying to be more vigilant on making clean versions. I feel like us artists got to be better about that kind of stuff
Talk
too.
about it. Come
so
on.
we can
come on.
have it played in these other places. Like, I was just the Vegas-born artist of the game at the Golden Knights game. They played my music there, but I had to make a clean version, and I was like, I was rushing around because I didn't have it.
Yeah.
So it kind of puts us to I feel like we gotta be more professional as artists to expect. We can't expect for it to go more.
Okay, so how does that work when you do a clean version? Like, you gotta like re-record it twice, or
no? So like the last time I did, Chief was able to go in and just like splice it, mute the bad words, what I'm saying, the cuss words and shit, and then it was good. You know what I'm saying? I was jokingly talking about doing like in the 90s they would do like re-record words. They would like make like a totally different version.
Yeah, no, that's why I asked that, because I remember listening to those clean versions, like
even like nothing but
like
a
the
G
radio,
thing, like nothing but a G thing. It's a completely different song on the radio.
Facts. I remember when I first heard Pretty Ricky Up and Down, but it was like not the clean version. I mean, not the X-rated version. I'm like,
the hotline song had the radio version.
Yeah, you're right. So see, that's why I always thought, like, I don't know if that was still a thing today. Where
I feel like it's not so much anymore. I feel like they just like take the vocal out or whatever. But if you have
so
like a lot of cuss words, you gotta do something.
Because the whole song is like gapped and
exactly. Like, fortunately, my song only had 2 cuss words.
Yeah,
I try to be more
creative vibe.
Yeah, I try to be more vigilant also in the studio lately about not trying to cuss, or like just trying to keep it more. Yeah. So it can be more, easily digested by a lot more people.
Facts.
Like, I want my grandma to hear it too and be like, this is cool. I don't want to be worried about playing it in front of my grandma.
No.
Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because I would play some wild music in front of my grandma.
She would slap me. She would slap the shit out of me.
My music would be all bad. I'd be like, Lord Jesus. I curse like every 2 seconds.
I feel like I do kind of cuss a lot in real life, but
your music is so, like, even when you do music, it's just such a vibe. Like,
thank you so much.
Wave right on by.
Right. That's how it should be. Yeah.
Wave right on by. Well, we've had such a great time. I'm so happy that you hung out.
This has been fantastic. Thank you so much.
Was it great?
This has been great. This has been great. Like, you're really easy to talk to. I feel great.
I gotta check in on all y'all.
Nah, for sure.
On this couch, it's not just an interview. It's like,
nah, for sure.
Good.
And trust, we appreciate that. I feel like a lot of us artists, we need an outlet to be able to talk and do things like that, because I feel like it's a very kind of like sheltered thing where, like, you feel like you're alone in this a lot, I feel like.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see a lot of community in the music stuff like that.
So when you feel alone, like, how do you deal with that?
Write a song about it. You write a song about that shit.
Do you feel like just only having music as an outlet is healthy, or do you try to tell yourself, like, eventually I'm going to have to talk to somebody else about what I'm going through?
Yeah, definitely that, for sure. I mean, I'm very pro therapy. You know what I'm saying? People should have an unbiased outlet to talk to somebody that doesn't know you, that can just talk about your situation and not judge you in any way. It's very important.
That's true.
For sure. People need an outlet like that. But I feel like the music is a great outlet. I feel like a lot of people that are doing music are doing it for a great reason and are able to express themselves and be accepted by a lot of people that they wouldn't have had that happen if they weren't making music.
Well, before we let you get out of here,
yes,
let them know, new project, In Between.
Yeah, my new project, In Between, is out.
I mean, you dropped in 2022. But
I did, but it's still fresh, for sure, definitely. Especially if you don't know me, it's brand new.
Come on.
For sure.
Phases EP, y'all need to go.
Phase EP is out too. Such a great one.
That one go. It's just,
thank you. I really like that one too. I feel like that was me trying to like figure out what I wanted to do for the album, trying to figure out what songs worked and not, because it was a little bit of variety on there too, even though it was a short project.
Yeah.
And I made one of the beats on there too called Break. I made the beat for that one too.
Project In Between out now. Where do they follow you? Find you on social media?
It's Onmywayve on all platforms. ONMYWAYVE. Don't forget the Y.
Forget the Y.
Please don't, because I'm on my way and I'm on my wave.
Ooh, it finally made sense. Why
we're here? It all connected.
Break the name down, man.
For sure. I appreciate y'all, for real.
For hanging out. With that being said, my little babies, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. But not only my channel, but Onmywayve channel as well.
I would really appreciate it.
And go stream all of his music, because he's gonna make you cry, but it's like a good cry. It's like your soul cry.
Definitely. We all need that. Yeah, we all need that sometimes. It's necessary. Thank you.
And if I could sing like you, I would never shut up.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Y'all got a taste. Can you sing one more time?
Sure.
Jagged Edge.
No, Jagged Edge.
Okay, do Brian McKnight.
Brian McKnight. All right.
Your favorite song?
Do I ever cross your mind anytime? Do you ever wake up reaching out for me? Do I ever cross your mind anytime? I miss you. I miss you. Ooh. banger.
I tried to follow you up.
I heard it. You was there.
Oh, thank you so much. And you just
Thank
sing
you.
on the spot too. That's how you know you got it. Most people like, hold on, you turn my mic up.
Right.
You just
Turn
got
auto tune
it.
on.
Man, if y'all are not a fan yet, there's that's not even possible. You just heard this man sing twice.
Right,
You
twice.
definitely locked
For
in.
free too. For free.
And you did it for free. That's
For the
right.
free ski. I'll get you on the back end. Don't worry.
You're right. I'm gonna just disappear. I'm gonna change my number and stuff. Think I'm like, where Lou go? She stopped doing Hip Hop Lou. That's so crazy. Soon as you came back.
Great.
No, I'm just playing. But thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you guys
Lou.
for watching. Again, like, comment, subscribe. You know, the whole YouTube spill. We're out. Bye.